There's a huge variety of these Japanese maples, these Acer palmatums. Loads of different leaf shapes and sizes and colours. There's a nice one up there. But then you get these Acer palmatum dissectum, which are even more kind of interesting. They're all hanging and they've got really, really divided leaves. And if you just look around there, you can see a few other ones. They kind of grow into these little lumpy shapes. And you generally get them in kind of green and red. And you see they have these branches which just hang down. Everything hangs down, so the rate of growth upwards is incredibly slow. And they can get 20 feet or so, but it takes centuries to get that big. And underneath them is just a mass of tangled kind of hanging branches. They're just incredible. And they're just quite an interesting thing to have. Now I want to get one of these hanging over a pond because I think that would look really, really nice. Maybe a weeping flowering cherry as well. Because just left to their own devices, they can hang quite a way. They can hang over a wall because normally you'd have to trim the branches that touch the ground. But if they're hanging over something, that's really good. Now these, just like other Japanese maples, do like it quite semi-shady and damp. I mean here, there's a stream just coming through here, and you can just about see the line of Tibetan primulas there where the stream goes. So all this is quite damp ground, and acers do not like to dry out. So damp and shady, they're like an under canopy tree. They do really, really well like this. And as they get bigger, the mounds kind of get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can eventually go underneath them. If you go to kind of really old gardens, you usually see some really, really big ones. And you can here is where all this like lattice work of branches are the crown of the plant here. And they can cover quite a bit of area. You can always trim them a bit if they get over a path or something. And once they're established, they really don't need much attention, but they always do look very fascinating and very interesting. So they're quite a nice thing to have in a damp, shady part of the garden.